Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're deconstructing a literary icon you think you know. We're talking about a monster so famous you know his face instantly. But what if I told you the one thing everyone knows about him is just plain wrong? I mean, look at this guy. You know this face, right? The bolts, the scars. He's the classic movie monster. He is Frankenstein. Except he's not. And that one little mistake, it's our key to unlocking one of the most misunderstood and important novels ever written. Okay, let's dive into this. So here's the big reveal. In Mary Shelley's novel, Frankenstein is not the monster. He's the creator, Dr. Victor Frankenstein. And the creature he builds, well, he doesn't even have a name. He's just the creature. And see, this isn't just some simple horror story. That's the other big misconception. This book is a product of the Romantic movement, which, was all about celebrating the strange, the wild, and the raw power of imagination. Now, to really get this, we have to talk about something called the sublime. It's this core romantic idea. It's that feeling you get when you see something that's both terrifying and beautiful at the same time. Like a huge thunderstorm or the vast empty Arctic tundra that's all over the novel. That mix of terror and just awe, that's what Shelley is tapping into. And this quote from Mary Shelley herself just nails it. She wasn't just telling a story. She was trying to craft this intense, emotional, almost physical experience for the reader. She wanted to get right under your skin. Okay, so let's talk about the creator, Victor Frankenstein. And you gotta forget the whole mad scientist thing from the movies. In the book, he's this brilliant, super ambitious student. And his biggest failure, his real sin, wasn't creating life. It was abandoning his creation the second it came to life. He literally runs away in horror. And this right here, this shows you everything. Look at the difference in how they learn. Victor's education was totally isolated. He was obsessed with these outdated, kind of toxic theories. His own dad even called them sad trash. He had no one, no peers or teachers to give him a reality check. So his ambition just went completely off the rails. Which brings us to the heart of the novel, the creature himself. He isn't born a monster, not at all. He comes into the world as this innocent, sensitive being who just wants to understand things. He has no idea what he looks like. Yeah, the book describes him as a helpless, oversized adult infant. Think about that. He has all his senses, but he has no language, no concept of the world, and, this is the most important part, no parent to protect or guide him. Victor just leaves him, so he's completely, terrifyingly alone. And so what happens? Well, every single time he tries to interact with people, he's met with pure horror. Children shriek, villagers attack him with stones. I mean, get this. At one point, he saves a little girl from drowning. And what does he get for it? Her father shoots him. It's this constant, brutal rejection from society that takes his innate goodness and twists it into a desire for revenge. And this powerful line right here, this is his heartbreaking realization. After being abused and turned away again and again and again, he finally understands that he will always be an outsider. All men hate the wretched. It's devastating. Okay, but the novel complicates things even more with its unique structure. This is so cool. It forces us to question whose side of the story is the real truth. Yeah, the story is told in these layers, kind of like a Russian nesting doll. On the outside, you've got the letters of this explorer, Robert Walton. He finds Victor Frankenstein, who then tells his story, and then, right in the middle, at the very core of the book, the creature gets to tell his own story to Victor. 3 different first-person narrators. What this means is there's no single authoritative voice telling you who's right or who's wrong. You, as the reader, you're basically the jury. You have to listen to all 3 accounts and then judge for yourself. So, this brings us to the big question. Who is the real monster? And why does this 200-year-old novel still matter so much today? It's because it's an enduring metaphor. The creature becomes this powerful symbol for anyone society has cast out. Back in Shelley's day, you could see him as representing the poor, the destitute, or even political rebels. But today, he stands for anyone who is marginalized and vilified just because of how they look or because they're seen as the other. And that's the ultimate point, right? The novel argues that monstrosity isn't born, it's created. It's created by society's prejudice and fear of anything that's different. It's what happens when people in power, creators, protectors, shirk their responsibility to the very beings they have power over. So, let's go back to that first question. Who is the real monster here? Is it the abandoned creation who's turned to revenge after being hated by everyone? Or is it the creator, the one who refused to take responsibility for what he made? The book doesn't give you an easy answer, and that's exactly why we're still talking about it 200 years later.